Hello everyone, today I'm going to do a short tutorial on Bloom's Literature Database. So I'm on the library database page, and if you scroll down to the bottom you'll see Bloom's Literature. Now what I want you to notice on this page is that there is a username and password right here. You don't have to memorize it, you just have to know that it's on the database page, and you can click back to it if you get there and you realize you don't have it. So if you log into Infobase, and the Bloom's Literature Database is going to be great for research on authors, if you're doing a poetry project, a project about a specific text like Romeo and Juliet. This is going to be a great resource. So from here, we just click on the hyperlink to open Bloom's. You'll notice I didn't have to put a username and password, and that's because I have already been in here today, but you will probably have to put in a username and password, and remember it's on that previous page. So this is what it looks like on the home page. And you can see they have studied characters, studied works, but we know what we're looking for. So we're just going to go ahead and do a search. So we're going to search up Langston Hughes. And you can either click search or hit enter. And I just want to show you some of the search results, the different categories that the searches can be in. Okay, first we have reference. And if you scroll down, you can see you'll have a little synopsis of what the article is about. This is a biography. If you scroll down, this is how to write an entry, more biographies. So you can actually sort this. So if you look over here and you narrow the results, say you only want biographies, because we want to do a background on Langston Hughes. That way it will narrow the results and these will only be biographies. Okay. Next, we have the criticism tab. This is really important if you're asked to analyze poems or other works and analyze them for a paper. So again, you can narrow your results by more recent, within 10 years, or all the way back to within 50 years, and some are even longer than that. So if you don't narrow your results, you'll get everything. Okay, next we have literary works. And for Langston Hughes, there are 2 poems, and you can actually click on the poems and you can see the full text of the poem. So if you wanted to use this for, say, your poetry project, then you could cite it right from here, and I will show you that later. So if we click back to search results, it'll take us back to that other page. There's also images. And again, you want to make sure that when you're getting an image, you don't just Google it. If you go through the database, then you know that these are actually going to be pictures of the person that you want. These are actually Langston Hughes. They're easy to cite. You can also click on videos, and there is actually a wealth of videos here. And you can sort them by documentaries, educational videos. You could actually watch these and cite them as well. And then finally, we have the timelines. The timelines are just helpful to get a snapshot of the person's life. So you can see that we have his birth, and then when he released certain works, and his death. And then he posthumously, someone posthumously released his last works. Okay, so how do we cite something in here? So we're going to go back to the criticism page. And we're going to scroll down. We're going to choose this jazzing it up. And you can see, just like some of the other databases, there are some features that this will do for you. So first of all, it's highlighting one. It's highlighting our keywords. If that's troublesome to you, you can actually click it and turn it off. It's not like in Gale how you can highlight passages. It doesn't work that way. You can save your article, print your article, share it, download it, citation. It will also read to you. You can also save it to your Google Drive. So these are all things that you can do on any of these tabs. So say I skim this article, I think I want to use it. Again, if you're not 100% sure you want to use it, but you think you might, it's always good to cite it. When in doubt, cite it, because you can always delete the citation if you don't end up using it. But trying to track something down that you want to use and you can't remember where you found it is very difficult. So I'm going to cite this, so I click citation. And this one is just a little bit different than some of the others, so you can tell that it's already an MLA. You want to make sure it's MLA. And in this case, we're going to highlight everything. We can either right-click and copy, or Command-C if you're on a Mac, or Control-C if you're on a Chromebook. And then I already have my Noodle Tools page opened. I'm going to click New Source. This is a database. Typically, it's going to be original content. But again, if this is a photo or an image, or say you wanted a film or video recording, then you would choose the appropriate one. And in my Noodle Tools presentation, I talked about how you fill in all these fields, but we don't have to do that here. We have the citation, so if you go to copy and paste, and you click in the box, then you can either right-click and paste, Command-V, Control-V, whichever, and you click Save. And there it is. Okay, there is one last really cool feature I want to show you within Blooms. So we can go back to our search results on Langston Hughes. Okay, if you go up here to all these different tabs, there are some really cool things up here. You can browse all of these different resources. They have curriculum tools, like say you're not sure how to cite your sources, or you're not sure what plagiarism is. You can read through those as well. But under Browse, there are literary classics in full text. This is really cool. Say you left your copy of your classroom book in the classroom and you don't have it. You can actually see if they have the full text here. So you can select an author here, and you can see if you go all the way down, there are many authors. They are sorted alphabetically by first name. So just to throw that out there. So say I want to look up Edgar Allan Poe. I want to see one of his poetry books. So I select Edgar Allan Poe, I click Apply, and it shows me that there are 9 full texts with Edgar Allan Poe's works. Okay, I want his poetry book, so if I click here, it will actually open the book for me, and I can read it right here on the page. Okay, and now it's loading. It will also read to you. You can click and make it full screen. There's a dictionary as well. You can save it to your Google Drive. You can print it, download it. You can even see what standards are met within the ebook. Okay, so say I'm going through this book and I want to cite a specific work. Say I want to cite Annabel Lee. I really like that poem. And actually, we can go to the table of contents. There we go. We can go to the table of contents, and then we can see all the different sections. So poems of manhood, poems of youth. Okay, so you can search through there. Okay, and you can actually search the table of contents. So there we go, Annabel Lee, that's what I want to find. Okay, so here's the actual poem. So say I wanted to use this source of Annabel Lee. When you go to title info, this is all the title info that we need. But there's an easier way to do it as well. So all you need is this ISBN number. That's a unique number to a book. You can copy it. You can go into Noodle Tools, New Source. This time we are in a database, but this is an ebook. Okay, and this is an ebook. Now again, there are all these fields, right? But you can actually import the selection by putting that ISBN. You want to make sure this says ISBN. You put the number in and you click search. And it finds it for us. So once we find it, we select it, and then you can import the selected source. Don't usually have to add anything additional. You click continue and save. And there is our ebook citation as well. Okay, so those are just some cool features of Bloom's literature. Again, most of the time you're just going to be searching it for information, but I just wanted to show you some of the different features. And again, if you have any questions or you're having trouble, you can email me at kkennedy@longmeadow.k12.ma.us, and hope to see you real soon. Thank you.